Hello and welcome to everyone to this class. Thank you for connecting for this class. I hope you find it very useful and very interesting as a topic, since I guess you are in a business related job or a position or role. So my name is Lourdes Uzuriaga, and I'm going to be your teacher today. I've been working with CAMEX and as an online instructor many times, and for a lot of time. So let's start. Today we're going to talk about how to create a good copy for marketing and sales purposes. Okay, so we're going to review an example that I am very confident that is going to help you understand the power and the importance of knowing at least a little bit about copy, okay? I'm not trying to convert anyone into sales or advertising or anything like that. I'm just trying to help people show what they are good at and give them the tools to express their ideas better. Okay, so that's why we're talking about this topic. Remember that this is an advanced level class, so I'm going to speak in English all the time. Okay, so in case you have any doubts, if you are in the live class, you can submit your question in our chat box, or if you have any doubts about my words, you can rewind this video and listen that again. Okay, so about me, that's me. My name is Lourdes. I studied industrial engineering, but especially my experience with English is that I had the chance to travel to many countries as an employee and now as an entrepreneur and businesswoman. I've been to Brazil, Panama, Spain, and Colombia. So that has allowed me to improve my English skills, not just as a tourist, but also as a business traveler, because I've been a participant and a Peru representative in events like Expo Logistica, BizFit, Cybertech, which is the one that I've been to this year again. So, and about my job, what my specialties, I believe I'm very good at teaching, marketing, and sales. So I believe this topic is very close to my heart and my experience. So today we are going to be able, at the end of the session, we are going to be able to understand the importance of a good copy to communicate effectively and persuade other people, okay? So to begin with this class, we have to understand first what is a copy, okay? So let me give you a moment to understand what is a copywriting. And I bet that you have been exposed to that. So I guess every one of you has seen an advertisement in TV or maybe on YouTube or in Facebook on other platforms. Okay, let me tell you that if you saw some words that connected with you or made you think about something or produce some kind of emotion to you, it's very possible that you have been exposed to a copy. Okay, so please read it just 1 minute and then we are going to talk about this. Okay, so we have here 3 ideas about what a copy is. So copywriting is about getting them to want to engage with you. Not spamming, because we all hate spam. Also, generously giving something valuable to that person, not just greedily asking for stuff. That's very important. Third, getting them to want to buy from you, not out of pressure, but because they enjoy your content, product, service, and help. So let me be clear. Copywriting is not about lying, okay? You are going to tell the truth, but in another way, okay? So copywriting is rearranging words to make things sell better. Okay, so you are going to reorder the ideas. It is a text form of salesmanship, but there is a lot more to it than that. Okay, so copy is not just for sales or advertising people. Okay, so if you are a lawyer or a business, I don't know, international business expert, accountant, engineer, artist, any other profession, you also have to manage a little bit about copyright, okay? Because there is always a moment in time when you are going to compete with another person or when you are going to present something or participate in a contest. Okay, so people, at least HR staff, is going to try to compare you with the other applicants. So in that case, it is your job to position yourself in a way that there is no other way to decide than to pick your profile. And how you are going to achieve that, the solution is applying copywriting tools and techniques. Okay, so we are going to go step by step with an example. And I expect that you can see the value, importance, and the application for your profession, story, situation, objectives, etc. Okay? So tell me, have you ever had to convince somebody? Have you ever had to convince somebody? I believe the question is very clear, very obvious. So the answer is yes. Every person has to convince, not just salespeople. They do it all the time. But we, as professionals, need to have those tools too. So in this case, you are going to see the story of Bobby. Okay, Bobby is like Roberto in English, Robertito, Bobby. So in this case, we're going to talk about a salesperson because that's something that they do often. So we are going to be able to see the change in this story. So Bobby is in sales. His job is to write 10 emails per day and send them to important people and try to get them to buy stuff. Okay, so each day he tries to contact, connect, convince, and hopefully influence them to act. Okay, and that's why he does that volume of emails a day. So what do you think is going to happen in this case? He's going to write the emails, he's going to apply the same text. It's going to be like an standardized format, and he's just going to change the name and the address and the name of the company, etc. Okay, but the rest of the content is going to be the same. So he has already sent those 10 emails. Okay, imagine that. So how do you think it's going to turn out? What is going to happen to those 10 emails? So he wrote those emails. He sent them, but hardly anyone responded to those emails. And of course, Bobby is sad. He feels uncomfortable. He is disappointed. He thinks he's not doing well and that he is not a good salesman. So how can we help Bobby? Okay, so let's see how was that email. Okay, so let's find out the root cause of this problem. Okay, remember the problem is that Bobby hardly gets any response. So we're going to review an example of a mail that he sends out. Okay, so here you can see that he is talking to Mr. Moneybags, and the subject is something like, hey, give me money. Okay, so suppose that you receive an email and the the first thing you see about that email is that the subject says something like dame dinero. What is that? Okay, so the email says, dear Mr. Moneybags, I really want money from you, so please buy my products. So of course, this is an extreme example. Our products are good and we are dedicated to strong customer support loyalty. And we recognize the importance of customer care, and we are here to help you implement your organizational needs. Sincerely, Bobby. Okay, so what can we see here? Okay, first of all, let me first mistake, the subject. Okay, no one wants to feel that someone is sucking money from you. Okay, in in the in the worst of the occasions, the money is a way to exchange value. So you're going to offer something, but first they have a need. Okay, so and he starts with something like, I really want your money, please buy my products. So first he didn't sound so collaborative. He's not interested in Mr. Moneybags problems. And in the second sentence, he's like for begging to sell something. So looking so desperate is not good to business. Okay, so wrong, wrong. So then he says, our products are good. How do you know your products are good? It is not that you say it's good. It is that your clients or the people who is the beneficiary of your product says so. So in this case, he says that they are dedicated to strong customer support, loyalty, and they recognize the importance of customer care. But the email is almost at the end, but I haven't heard a little bit, like anything about the need, the problem, which is the cause for a interest buy. So how can I connect with Bobby as a customer? Of course, how can I connect with him if I see that he is just interested in uh, you know selling his products and that's it? So maybe some of those points could be the reason why he is not receiving any answer from the potential customers. So what is the problem? Lack of empathy, or he's not aware of the client. He says that the company is interested in customer care, but he doesn't show that. The subject is not formal. It doesn't give an idea of the email. So okay, so the problem is that email, that really hard to read email, it's not easy, it's not attractive, and it's not interesting for the reader. Okay, so we suppose that the reader is the client. So the email is boring and is totally useless because it doesn't help the client. So of course, Mr. Moneybags is going to get annoyed and is not going to answer because he doesn't want to lose his time. Okay, that's why Bobby has that problem. And let's extrapolate this example to an opportunity when you, for example, send us a resume to a HR person and you don't hear from that company from months or maybe never. Okay, what could be wrong? Well, maybe it's something from their part, but you should also review how, what do you mention in your subject, how do you speak to the other person, how do you show that you are trying to help them, trying to connect with their problem. Okay, so that's why uh, with this example, we can see the value of copywriting because Bobby hasn't applied any copywriting to the previous email. Okay, so now we are going to see a good example about how Bobby can improve that email. Okay, so he revamped his email to Moneybags and it's going to be like this. The subject is going to speak directly to Moneybags because it's going to talk about his problems. And the subject says, cut your HTX costs. The subject says something like, rebaja tus costos en HTX. That's the main concern of any manager of business owner. Okay, so hey, Mr. Moneybags, I figured out a way to cut your HTX building costs by at least 55%. So this is the second check that we have to get because when he talks about savings, he mentions a number. So our mind is designed to respond better to quantifiable information. That's why it's very catching to see 55% less. Okay, so he continues and he says, I attached this report that shows your company will easily, so it is not just that you're going to save money, it's also going to be easy. Okay, and now he's going to attach additional info that is not going to overload the email and is going to help Mr. Moneybag to amplify information about that topic. So he says he's going to easily save 55% by sourcing your granite from a closer location. And then he says, I found 3 vendors close by. Email me back if you want some more vendor recommendations. Okay, he just dropped the info and the benefits, and then he says, if you are interested, please respond and let's talk about it. He's not pushy, he's not spammy, he doesn't sound desperate. He's cool. He knows his product is good. He knows his product is going to help him. It's just a matter of time because he's sure that his email connects with Mr. Moneybags' expectations and needs. Okay, and what happens now? And now uh, Bobby sent this email to Mr. Moneybag with this awesome stuff. And Mr. Moneybag is way more likely to engage with Bobby. Okay, now that Bobby is offering value with no responsibility about sales, Mr. Moneybag is more he has more intention to talk with Bobby and share information. So each time he receives an email from Bobby, he's going to be very happy because he's going to receive vendor recommendation that is going to help him save a lot of money. So each email is like, yes, please, I want it. And how can we see that in the results? Now that Bobby sent this email, that's all about giving awesome stuff at his template. He then sends it to 10 people and way more people now respond. So after that, he didn't receive any response. And now he has a successful rate of 6 out of 10. So now he has more results to make it. Okay, so great. Well done, Bobby. So let's jump to our conclusion. As you can see, copyright is just a way for us to improve how we connect with other people in a personal and human level, because we cannot build professional relationships if the people haven't built personal relationship first. Okay, so I strongly recommend that you, after this class, read a little bit about copywriting. You are going to see a lot of copywriting each time you have an ad from YouTube or that a Facebook ad shows in your feed, or that you are watching your favorite series and you see a commercial from a big brand. All those words are from copyright. Okay, so also we have understood that this is not just for salespeople, because every one of us is going to need this skill sometime. Okay, and also we have learned that copywriting is going to help us be more effective. And when we start to be more effective, that in this case comes from getting to 6 answers when before we didn't have any answer, we are going to save a lot of time and also money and effort, because we are going to be more successful persuading people, getting their attention. Okay, So I don't know if you have any questions that I can help you out. So let's get back to our objective. Now that we have reviewed this example, we can understand the importance of a good copy and how it helps us to communicate more effectively and persuade other people. Okay? Remember the second email that Bobby sent. It is so direct and it's so connected to his potential clients' needs that the company is not going to perceive that they are being like exposed to a product. It is just a conversation, and from that point, it's going to be easier to find information that help them to their sales process. Okay. So before we conclude this class, this is the link for our test and survey. So let me share it in the chat. So this is the link. Here you can give us feedback and you are going to be able to answer some questions about this class. Okay? And here you can see the references that I took to for the content of this class. Okay? So thank you very much. I hope you learn a little bit about effective and persuasive communication. For me, at least personally, it's like a successful key factor because it's going to help you so many times, and I've seen it myself in my work, in my business, and until now. Okay, so thank you for being here, for connecting. I hope it's going to help you very soon, and see you next class. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.